Alright, I think I'm recording. Hopefully everything is set up. This feels like such a small wheel. Oh, what am I forgetting? Shoosh. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something. Do I have all my gear? I got chest, knees, gloves. Alright, seems like a quiet morning. I didn't check my tire pressure. I wanted to do that, but oh well. It's not that big a deal. I've been riding on this tire pressure this whole time. So the Commander Pro has 812 miles on it in just like a couple weeks of riding. Ooh, it's chilly. The wind is chilly. The sun is like super bright and hot, but the wind is chilly. I'm not going to get a jacket to put over just because if I crash, I don't want to ruin another jacket. Today, let's do our speed runs. I just did a firmware update, and so hopefully this firmware update will fix the problem with not having low battery tilt back and no battery overdraw protection. I'm hoping the firmware... Wait, where am I going? Oh shoot, I just missed my turn. I can go the other way as well, but that is not going to be as much fun. So let's go back. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the firmware update didn't say what it did. Or if it does, I don't know where to find out what it did. But I don't know. Hopefully it fixed. So I will be taking this down to low battery. Not as low as I did last time, but definitely to 96. Maybe a little lower than 96. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, hopefully it'll do what it's supposed to do at 96. 96 volts, I'm saying. So there's that. Today I am also testing on my Insta360 camera the stick-on lens covers, and I threw that on because I wanted to have a little bit of protection in case I do have a cutout crash today. Why am I concerned about a cutout crash? Well, I just did a firmware update, and I'm on the Commander Pro. That did not instill that much confidence in me when the battery cable fell off. Ooh, that's a big bump. I forgot about that bump. That bump actually can throw me way off without suspension, so that was good. The suspension works. What was I saying? Oh yeah, possibility of a cutout could be great today. Not great, but bigger than usual. I wasn't really prepared to stop there. Look how pretty today is. Oh, I should do some brake tests. I still have my little wobble. I think that's still remnant of my broken leg. It's not 100% yet. I don't know if it ever will be. I actually have lots of body issues. I've broken. But anyways, what I was saying is I have a lot of injuries. I've broken like so many bones. Had so many injuries from multiple over 120 mile an hour motorcycle crashes. So, plus then I was racing on horseback, endurance racing, and not crashed, but whatever it's called, on horseback. So, my body is a little beat up. I actually wasn't sure if I'd be able to ride unicycles because of my multiple injuries, which results in my body is not balanced at all. My whole left side, because I always fall on my left side. My training is to fall on my left side and tuck and, roll and all that. Because of that, my left side is really bad. And then when I broke my leg recently on the unicycle, it was my left, my bad leg. So and that trying to heal, along with on top of everything else that has been trying to heal, is a thing. It's a thing, but I deal with it, and I can ride pretty well for a beginner, even if I do say so myself. Ooh, that was such a nice stop. For those of you guys saying that I don't stop at stop signs, well, I don't. I mean, that is a fair. Alright, so the first run, we can go behind these cars, is just going to scout out the road. I know, I kind of know this road. This road does have bumps. That is not that great for speed runs, but there are nice sections, and there are bad sections. There are bad sections that have little grooves in the road that induce wobbles, especially at speed, especially on the Master. But this wheel, a lot more solid. So I'm just going to scout out the road, make a note of where I might need to slow down, where I can kind of push it a little, where my knees need to be ready for absorbing some shock, how the suspension is taking this road at speed, and any wobbles. I started out with has to be close to 100% battery. I know I'm burning up some battery now, but this is necessary. Checking out the condition of the road. It's a pretty good test. And so this is the section we will be running. Same thing from back. I have my Garmin watch on my right hand, so when you see me looking at that, I'm checking out my GPS speed. Up this little crest, there is a busy intersection here, so I'll usually slow down here because the cars popping out on the right. Oh, that was a bump. Okay. So this one right here. Yep, there's a car. What I didn't do, I just heard some beeps. I thought I connected my darkness bot. Alright, we're gonna have to pull over again because my phone is saying that my camera's disconnected again. And I need to check my beeps. I think I heard the wheel beep, but I didn't hear anything in my helmet. So let's see what's going on with that. Ooh, that's a bad place to stop. There's an angry St. Bernard. Alright, let's get out of here so we don't annoy the owners of that St. Bernard. Let's find a quiet place to work. So my camera is saying that it's recording. I'll have to check back in editing if it is recording. My phone is saying it's disconnected, which is going to be bad because I need my phone to be connected for you guys to see the GPS stats. Alright, this looks like a good place. Connection unsuccessful. Do I have to reboot again? Let's try. Actually, let's figure out. Oh, so my darkness bot is connected, and it says that my max speed was 54 miles an hour uncorrected. I'm guessing that'll be 50 miles corrected. Let's see what my PWMs was. 84% PWMs. 84%. So I don't have too much more leeway. But I do want to check. Ooh, this is going to be scary. Propping up my camera. I don't want it to get hurt. Try right there. PWMs. How am I going to do this? Can I do it with it on my arm? Well, if you don't turn off, that would be helpful. So, after the firmware, it can mess up the PWM calibration and all that. So, I was supposed to do this before, and I didn't. Alright. I thought there was a way to undo this, but I guess there's not. Oh no. City of Norco service truck is here. I don't know if I'm still recording. Am I still recording? Alright, let's check our PWMs. Alright, so my free spin max speed was 68.4 miles an hour uncorrected. My max PWM at cutout, oops, get it refreshed, 99%. I could adjust it to 100, but 99 is good. I'll keep 99 in mind. I don't really want to mess with it. Alright, 68.4 free spin, miles an hour. All right, let's trip reset. Oh, geez. I'm at an 86% battery already? 821 miles, 129.5 volts. 86%? How did I run down my battery so quick? I only did one speed run. Alright, I did have my battery beeps. But why? No, not battery beep. I did have my helmet beeps. Well, why didn't it beep for me earlier? At 80, okay, let me go back to darkness spot. If I hit 84 PWM, I thought I set my PWMs at 80. I should have heard battery beeps. I mean, helmet beeps. Dang it. Alarms by PWM sound 80, 85, and 90. All right, but my test showed that I do have my helmet beeps. Maybe the 81 isn't working well, but hopefully my 85 will kick in. If my 85 kicks in, I should be fine. And if my 85 doesn't kick in, hopefully my 90 will kick in. I can watch my PWM on my darkness spot displayed on my phone, but I won't be able to do that if I want to give you guys GPS stats. For you guys to get GPS stats, I need to have this phone connected to the Insta360 because I don't have a standalone GPS remote for the Insta360. So it's one or the other, gotta choose. Alright, I'm going to reboot my Insta360 because it's not connecting to the phone. Oh my goodness, I'm having so many technical issues today. I don't know if this is going to happen, you guys. I keep having to reboot my Insta360. The only things on my phone right now is my darkness spot and my Insta360. So I don't know what's up. There are so many cars on this road today. The only thing I can think of is, I'm already at 86% battery. Oh, jeez. The only thing I can think of is hurry up and do a speed run. I'm just going to turn around here because I don't have a lot of battery. And when I say I don't have a lot of battery, I'm talking about trying to conserve the majority of my battery for the top speed. intersection. I knew it. There's a car waiting. Letting them know, thank you for letting me go. Alright, here we go. I don't know, you guys. I'm hearing something beeping. I think it's the wheel beep, and I'm not hearing my helmet beeping with it. And I feel like my helmet should be beeping. And that is making me nervous. I am just not feeling it. So much technical issues. Sometimes I feel like these things are a sign. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing some beeps, but it's at around 50 miles an hour GPS, 54 miles an hour darkness spot, uncorrected, or app speed, wheel speed. I'm definitely hearing beeps, but it's not coming through my helmet. And it should be. So I'm hesitant to push past that because it is definitely a form of beep. I could, maybe that's just my 80% and I just need to push to 85 and then my 85 will kick in. But do I trust that is the question. Cars. Uphill. Pothole. Hand cramping up. Relaxing it. Maybe it's something about getting up in the morning, jumping on Commander Pro battery cables falling off the main board and deciding to go top speed on it. I don't know. I'm pretty stupid, but I don't do stupid things. But there's a car behind me. I'll let him pass. But even I have my limits on how much stupid I want to be. Or do I? Let's see. Let's fix it here. Uphill. Have been asking me, I thought you said the Commander Pro has all these problems, you know, how come you still say that it's the best riding wheel out there? I say that because it is. Despite all of its issues, these issues are pretty mild, and it's nothing new. Alright, those are the wheel beeps. 49 miles an hour GPS. I have a car in front of me. For some reason, my 80% PWM beeps are not working in my helmet. The thing is, I'm pretty sure the 85% and 90% are working because I heard it when I did my spin test. But sometimes when a firmware or something breaks something, I don't know what else it breaks. So it makes me a little more uncomfortable. But anyways, these are not new issues with these wheels. Kingsong and other brands have had wires just falling off their motherboard. The mudguard, the inner mudguard and the outer mudguard issue is not a big deal. The speaker is just a 5-watt speaker, so glean from that what you will. To me, the speaker is useless because I can't hear the speaker at these speeds. And I'm always in the 40 range. Right now I'm in 46 GPS. So I can't hear the speaker at all. So if I want to listen to music, I have to use my helmet. Any of those little intercom thingies for your helmet will allow you to listen to your music in your helmet, and it'll sound awesome. I like FOD Sport. And the best is probably Cardo with their JBL speakers. Way superior than any external speaker on the wheel. The speaker itself is similar to the RS speaker. So it might even be the same thing. But I did turn on my RS and listen to the music. And the music sounds fine when you're just... I was just in my room listening to it, but outside in the open it does sound tinny. Alright, so this isn't going to be high-speed runs anymore because my battery is obviously low. But I did want to see what happens when battery gets 96%. That was another thing to check off on my list of things to test. See if this firmware did that. So, okay, what other issues? The motor vibrations. Did that get fixed with the firmware? I don't know. Maybe, so we got to test for that. You know, the foot massager thing. The foot massaging feature on here. the three main things on here that needed to be fixed was cables falling off of the motherboard, the lack of low battery tilt back or overdraw protection, and the motor vibration that happens. And two of those can be fixed with firmware, which we got the new firmware now, or we got a new firmware now, so we just need to see if that fixed it. And then the third thing, if they know that we're over here concerned about wires falling off the motherboard, hopefully they will be more cognizant and more careful when they are soldering. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and head back. Let this car get some distance from me, if they can. All the other things are okay. The sharp edges on the handles and the trolley handle, well, we can do something ourselves to help with that. Maybe some plastic dip on those edges or whatever. Should we have to for a $4,000 wheel? No. But it is something we can do, and for how well this wheel rides, might be worth it, especially if you have already owned Bugatti wheels and you're used to having to jimmy rig, I don't know what that phrase actually is, but a lot of Bugatti owners accept that this is the type of quality, and if it's just a minor little thing like the mud guards, we can fix that ourselves. If it's just the speaker sucks, who needs a speaker? Headlight sucks, we always carry our flashlights around anyways because they all suck, kind of. The V13 had an excellent headlight though. Sherman had excellent headlight. What else sucked about this thing? These pedals are really nice. Oh, maybe I should talk about some of the nice things. The pedals are really nice. The case is good. Magnesium alloy side plates. When James dropped it, we saw the metal underneath, confirming that it is metal, because there was a little bit of discussion if that was plastic or metal, and we have confirmed it. It is metal. The suspension is good. I still prefer the master type suspension that is easily upgradable, the shock and the linkages, but the suspension has been working great, easily adjustable, and later on, when more people have these wheels with this type of suspension, then they might be able to figure out maybe how to improve on it or whatever. So there is that. I had a long list of things. Oh, the charge ports, they have to fix that for production, so that probably won't be an issue. It'll have the 134 volt proper charge port, and so they don't have to send a dongle. What other issues did this have? So one of the great things about this wheel is that it rides like a master without the huge power sags that the Master has. Master has a much smaller battery capacity, and it uses a ton of power to give you that performance, and the power sags are dangerous. So this one has much more battery, much more capable of handling the power spikes and the power draw, and still give you master-like performance without the huge power sags. Is it called power sags? Battery sags? I don't know what it's called, but you know, the thingy when it yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then it has the range. So I would almost say that this would replace my Masters, except that the Master is lighter, and for short, like Fullerton Loop is only 11 miles. So it's kind of pointless to try to wrestle Fullerton Loop with this heavier wheel that has more range when my Master can do it a lot more nimbly with my upgraded shock and linkages, and it's a lighter form, and it's I think it's taller, may have better pedal clearance, and I do have Adam G's custom CNC pedals on there that are a lot smaller, make it perfect for single track dirt stuff. So you see what I mean. But as a long range wheel that can still do dirt really well and all that, this wheel really is great, and I do think that it is the best one out there. The Sherman S, everyone keeps asking me to say stuff about the Sherman S, and then they're not happy with what I say about it. I haven't ridden it enough. I have not had it in my hands to test and set it up for me. And the ones I've ridden are ones that people own, and it's their personal wheel, not a test demo wheel. So it's not like I can go ripping on it. It's not like I can go you know, changing the pads and setting it all up for me and having days with it and stuff like that. So I'm riding their wheel with their setup and being very careful with it, which I can't, you know, get a full feel for it. But what immediately popped in my head is that, you know, oh, yeah, it's not as responsive as a Master or a Commander Pro, and I think that can be agreed upon by everyone. I think that it's a power programming issue, so something that they could adjust in programming, like firmware update, but why didn't they then? I mean, why is Bigode the one that gives us this much free reign with the power, and none of the other companies do that? It could be a safety thing. You know, all those power sags I was just talking about? Maybe the other brands recognize the danger of having those power sags, and so they limit what their wheels can do, so that to protect us from that. Alright, so this stupid thing keeps stopping. Oops, I can't say that. It says that my voice told it to stop. Okay, it's still going, but I didn't. I'm trying to give you my final stats so I can stop writing. Max speed 54.3 miles an hour. Wheel says 51 GPS. Distance GPS was 22 miles. Distance wheel says 28 miles. I'm at 121 volts. 51% battery. Earlier said 46% battery, but then I slowed down and stopped and all that, and then it came back up. What else do you need to know? I have 850 miles on the wheel now total, and maximum PWM I achieved was 84%, which is just shy of that 85% I needed to hear it in my helmet, but I was too chicken to push for that extra 1%. Just feel like I need to really trust the wheel to get into the 85-90% PWM range, and I wasn't feeling it today. The wheel feels great. The wheel has been feeling absolutely great. So next ride I will push it and we'll have some fun, but I don't see it going too much further. What, I can probably get 54 miles an hour GPS on this, so yeah, I'm not expecting too much more speed out of this. Alright, so there you go. Thank you everyone for joining me. Sorry this is kind of a weird video, but hopefully it was still helpful. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.